The history of the Garo community, origins and migration. The ancient Garos originally settled in regions spanning present-day India, Tibet, Burma, Myanmar, and Bangladesh. The history of the Garo community is marked by migration, adaptation, conflict and transformation. From their early days of settlement and internal strife to their eventual integration into modern administrative frameworks, the Garos have undergone significant changes while preserving their distinct identity. Today, with the influence of education and modernization, the Garo people embrace their collective heritage under the term Achik, symbolizing a unified tribal identity. The exact timeline of the Garos' arrival in the hills is uncertain, but their own traditions suggest that they migrated from elsewhere. Based on ethnic and linguistic similarities, scholars such as Major Playfair and other researchers link the Garos to the Bodo family, connecting them to the Kacharis, Rabas, and other indigenous tribes of the Brahmaputra Valley. Migration Journey 1. Tibet to Cooch Behar. The Garos believe they originally came from Indo-Tibet and first settled in Cooch Behar. 2. Dhubri. They later moved to Dhubri, where they were initially welcomed by the local king, but later forced to leave. 3. Crossing the Brahmaputra, the Garos migrated south, crossed the Brahmaputra River on rafts, and settled in Kamagre, present-day Kamakhya Hills, and along the Brahmaputra Valley. However, the presence of tigers forced them to move again. 4. Yogikopa, Assam. They stayed in this region for about 400 years before being displaced again due to conflicts involving the king of Cooch Behar. 5. Habragat Pargana, Golpara. The Garos prospered in this region, establishing their first known kingdom under Prince Abrasan, who ruled from Sambol-a-Ding, a hill near present-day Golpara town 6. Entry into the Garo Hills. Due to internal conflicts, different groups of Garos moved into the present-day Garo Hills in multiple waves from different directions. Internal conflicts and warfare. Garo history was marked by frequent inter-village conflicts and blood feuds. These were mainly driven by two factors. 1. Funerary rituals, a belief that a deceased person needed another human head to accompany them to the afterlife. 2. Revenge killings. Disputes between villages, or Nokmas, clan chiefs, often led to cycles of retaliation. To protect their villages, the Garos set up sharp bamboo stakes along pathways and guarded entry points to defend against attacks. Attempts to unite the Garos. There were several efforts by Garo chiefs to unify the different clans under a single kingdom. However, these attempts failed and Garo society remained divided into independent Nokmaships, chiefdoms, until British intervention. Raids into the plains and British annexation. The Garos were known for their periodic raids into the plains, particularly in the districts of Golpara and Mymensingh. These raids involved surprise attacks on unarmed villages, plundering and destruction of settlements, taking enemy heads as trophies which were later displayed in victory celebrations. These conflicts created hostilities with neighbouring plains dwellers. Even after the British arrived, Garo raids continued, leading to the creation of Garo Hills as a separate district in 1866. The British fully annexed Garo Hills in 1873, bringing an end to the era of independent Nokmaships. Garo oral traditions suggest that their ancestors originated from a place called Torua in Tibet. Under the leadership of Japa Jalimpa and Sukpa Bongepa, they migrated southward. They travelled through the Brahmaputra Valley, where they temporarily settled at Yogikopa in Assam before gradually moving further in search of a permanent homeland. Eventually, they established themselves in the Garo Hills, which remains their primary region of habitation. However, Garos are also found in Assam Darang, Lakhimpur, Sibsagar, Karbi Anglong, West Bengal, Tripura, Mizoram, and parts of Bangladesh. Early history and society. Garo society is traditionally matrilineal, meaning that inheritance and lineage are traced through the mother. The youngest daughter, known as the Nokkrom, inherits family property. A unique aspect of Garo tradition was the bachelor's dormitory system, where young men stayed before marriage, receiving training in various social, cultural, and survival skills, Song Sarik. In terms of religious beliefs, the Garos were traditionally nature worshippers, with rituals dedicated to spirits and deities associated with nature. However, a large portion of the Garo population has now embraced Christianity. The social structure is governed by the Nokma, the village head, who plays a crucial role in settling disputes, maintaining customs, and overseeing community affairs. Economy and agriculture. Agriculture is the backbone of the Garo economy. Traditional farming methods include shifting cultivation, jam farming, wet and dry rice cultivation, and terrace farming. These practices have sustained their livelihood for generations, though modernization has brought changes to agricultural techniques. The Garos have a vibrant culture, deeply tied to their land and traditions, making them an important part of the socio-cultural fabric of northeast India. The Garos are among the earliest human groups to migrate into northeast India, originating from the Tibetan plateau during the prehistoric period. Their presence is evident through numerous villages found across the Brahmaputra Valley, including those near Guwahati. Some historical accounts suggest that the famous Kamakya shrine was originally associated with the Garo people before being taken over by other cultural influences. Migration and settlement. Historians such as Major Playfair, Reverend C.D. Baldwin, Farji Costa, and Dr. V. Venkata Rao classify the Garos as part of the larger Bodo group, which belongs to the Indo-Tibeto-Burman race. Oral traditions passed down through generations describe their migration from Indo-Tibet, particularly from an area referred to as Asong Nonoini, Chiga Nenku Chotni, or Timbori, a Chick Lake. The migration was led by several chieftains, including Japa, Jalimpa, Sukapa, and Bongapa, among others. The primary reason for leaving Tibet was the lack of fertile land and water. They gradually moved towards the Brahmaputra Valley and Burma around 1000 BC, eventually settling in their present locations. The first group of Garos settled along the Brahmaputra, naming it Amawari, Mother River, before moving to the present-day Garo Hills. Another group migrated westward from Burma, traveling through various river valleys and mountain ranges. This movement was largely influenced by hostile conditions in their previous settlements, prompting them to seek more secure regions. Despite settling in different locations over time, the Garos have maintained their matrilineal traditions and cultural identity. Their heritage continues to be celebrated through festivals, customary practices, and oral histories that preserve the legacy of their migration and settlement. The Garo language, also known as Achik, is a unique and ancient tongue. It belongs to the Bodo-Garo family of languages, a branch of the larger Sino-Tibetan language family. This places it within a vast linguistic network that stretches across Southeast Asia and parts of East Asia. Within the Garo language, several dialects exist, showcasing the linguistic diversity within the community. Interestingly, the Garo people use the Latin alphabet for writing their language. The adoption of the Latin script has played a significant role in promoting literacy and preserving Garo literature. Before the arrival of Christianity, the traditional religion of the Garo people was Songsaric. This animistic belief system revolves around the worship of spirits and deities associated with nature. Songsaric emphasizes living in harmony with the natural world, and its rituals and practices are deeply intertwined with the rhythms of daily life. Many Garos retain some traditional beliefs and practices, reflecting a syncretic blend of Christianity and their ancestral faith. This fusion of religious influences has contributed to the unique cultural landscape of the Garo people. The story of the Garos began as a rich tapestry of oral traditional history in the Indo-Tibeto-Burman regions. Passed down through generations, this collective memory weaves together the legacy of ancestral clans, moments of conflict, and heart-wrenching acts of sacrifice that have shaped the Garo identity. Long ago, the Garos, whose lineage included storied family lines such as Japa, Jalinpa, Sukpa Bongipa, Toginpa, Damjangpa, Ejingpa, Kusampa, Dasingpa, Asampa, Chupampa, Kumapa, Rajapa, Kukrengpa, Nengilpa, Nagongpa, Chongdapa, Panangpa, Rekinpa, Dopapa, and many others, migrated across vast territories of the Indo-Tibeto-Burman world. They settled in diverse lands, ranging from the mystic hills near Tibet to the fertile plains around Cooch Behar, blending traditions and forging a cultural mosaic that would endure through the ages. Unity in battle. During the fierce conflicts in the Brahmaputra Valley, the Garos fought with a unity that transcended gender. Men and women stood shoulder to shoulder on the battlefield. The warriors wielded traditional weapons such as the Milam, Sepi, and Danil spears, as well as bows and arrows, some tipped with potent poison. They even ground local dry chilies into powders, using them as an additional means to weaken their foes. Remarkably, the women played an active and critical role in the defense of their people. Not content with supporting from the sidelines, they engaged directly in combat. In some instances, they even paused feeding their infants, a sacrifice of maternal comfort, to remain vigilant and ready to fight, employing their own specialized weapons to repel the enemy. This unyielding determination and the collaborative spirit of both men and women forged a united front against overwhelming odds. Conflict with Raja Behari and the flight. While residing in the Brahmaputra Valley, the Garos encountered a brutal conflict with Raja Behari. Despite their courage and collective might, they suffered a devastating defeat that threatened to subjugate their people. With no conventional means available, no bridges, no boats, the Garos were forced into a desperate decision: flee their homeland. In this critical moment, the community made an agonizing sacrifice. To secure their escape, they offered up one of their most cherished symbols of beauty and hope, Dimri, the radiant daughter of the revered Megam Nongal. In a solemn and tragic exchange, Dimre was traded for 300 pieces of banana tree. Ingeniously, these banana trees were repurposed into makeshift boats, known as the Risu Chap. For 7 grueling days, the Risu Chap ferried the Garos across the turbulent Brahmaputra. Wave after wave, boat after boat, the community made repeated crossings until every member had safely reached the far bank. This episode, remembered in Garo lore as Songduko Chobata, stands as a poignant testament to their resilience and the profound sacrifices made in the name of survival, aftermath, and enduring legacy. In the aftermath of this arduous journey, the Garos began to rebuild their lives on new shores. The bitter cost of their escape and the memory of Dimra's sacrifice were indelibly etched into the collective heart of the community. Their story, enriched by the enduring spirit of their ancient Indo-Tibeto Burman heritage, remains a powerful reminder of the determination, unity, and courage that enabled a people to forge a new destiny while honoring the legacy of their ancestors. Yugi Gopa, the story of Jugi Silchi, Yugi Rani. Yugi Silchi, also known as Yugi Rani, is a revered figure in Garo folklore, remembered for her beauty, courage, and sacrifice. Her story is closely tied to the migration journey of the Garo people, believed to have originated from Indo-Tibet, passed through Bengal, and eventually arrived at the Brahmaputra Valley in search of a homeland. During this journey, the Garos reached the banks of the Brahmaputra River, which they called Songdu, and later arrived near the Manas River in present-day Joggihopa in Assam. There they faced constant threats due to their nomadic presence and vulnerability. It was during this time that an Ahom king, having heard of Jugi Rani's extraordinary beauty, demanded that she be given to him in marriage. The Garos firmly refused his demand. They did not offer any other girl in her place, standing by their dignity and honor. To protect Jugi Rani from being taken by force, the Garo people hid her in a cave while they planned a mass escape. Using rafts made from banana trees and other materials, they crossed the river to continue their migration. Sadly, Jugi Rani was left behind in the cave during the escape and ultimately perished there. The place where she was hidden came to be known as Yogi Gopa, believed to be derived from the Garo word gopa, meaning to hide or to bury. Jugi Silchi's story is one of tragic heroism. She is remembered as a symbol of sacrifice, a young woman who gave her life so that her people could live in freedom and dignity. Her tale continues to be passed down through Garo oral history, honoring her legacy as a protector of her people. Population? The Garos are one of the major indigenous communities of northeast India and Bangladesh. They belong to the Indo-Tibeto Burman linguistic group and are primarily concentrated in Meghalaya, and smaller populations of Garos are also found in Assam, Arunachal, Tripura, Nagaland, West Bengal, Mizoram, and Bangladesh, particularly in the Mymensingh, Jamalpur, and Sherpur districts. Their total population is estimated to be around 1.1 million as of 2011. Ethnonyms and identity. The term Garo is an exonym, meaning it was historically used by outsiders to refer to various hill-dwelling communities along the southern bank of the Brahmaputra River. However, the people themselves identify as Achik Mande, meaning hill people. Achik =sign hills, Mande =sign people. Today the name Garo has become widely accepted in official and scholarly use, but among themselves they prefer the name Achik. Geographical distribution: Garos are primarily found in the Garo Hills region of Meghalaya, where they form the majority population. However, significant Garo communities exist in India, Meghalaya, Garo Hills, Khasi Hills, and Riboi District, Assam, Golpara, Kamrup, Sivasagar, Karbi Anglong, Tripura, small scattered communities, West Bengal, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, and Mizoram, minor Garo settlements, Bangladesh. Garos in Bangladesh mostly reside in the Mymensingh division, particularly in Mymensingh District, Haluagat, Dobora Netrokona District, Durgapur, Kalmakanda Sherpa District, Nalitabari, Janagati Tangail District, Madhupur, Sunamganj, Silhet, Gizipur, small Garo settlements. Additionally, Garo diaspora communities exist in South Asia, Canada, the USA, Europe, and Australia. Language: the Garo language, Achiku, belongs to the Bodo-Garo branch of the Indo-Tibeto Burman family. It has several dialects, including 1. Chisak, 2. Machi, 3. Matabeng, Matjangchi, 4. Ambeng, 5. Dual, Machi Dual, 6. Attong, 7. Garaganching, 8. Chibok, 9. Ruga, 10. Megam, 11. Awes, Akawes, 12. Kok, Kochu-Kochus. Writing system: historically Garo had no indigenous script and was transmitted orally. Today it is written using the Latin alphabet introduced by Christian missionaries in the 19th century. Linguistic features: despite modernization, the Garo language remains an essential part of the community's identity, and efforts are being made to promote its use in education and media. Traditional religion: Songsarek. Before the widespread adoption of Christianity, the Garos practiced their traditional Songsarek religion, an animistic faith based on nature worship, ancestor veneration, and ritual sacrifices. Some key aspects of Songsarek include belief in spirits and deities that influence daily life, offerings and animal sacrifices to appease spirits, oral myths and folk narratives about creation, nature, and ancestors, rituals and festivals such as Wangala, Harvest Festival. In the 2000s, a revival movement called Risi Jilma was started to preserve the Songsarek faith. Christianity and missionary influence. Today, 90% of Garos in India are Christians, mainly Protestants, Baptists and Presbyterians, with some Catholics. In Bangladesh, about 56% are Christians, while the rest follow Hinduism, 40%, Songsarek, and Islam, 3.7%. The first Garo Christian, Ramke W. Momin, converted in the 1830s in Goalpara, Assam, after coming into contact with American Baptist missionaries. The spread of Christianity led to Western education and literacy among Garos, changes in social customs, replacing traditional rites with Christian practices, a decline in polygamy and animist rituals. Despite this, elements of traditional Garo culture continue to coexist with Christian beliefs. Social structure and Mahari system. The Garos follow a matrilineal society, meaning inheritance and clan identity are passed through the mother's lineage. Women inherit property while men take leadership roles. Marriage outside the clan, exogamy, is practiced. The husband moves into the wife's family home after marriage. The Mahari, maternal clan, plays a crucial role in social life. Clan names usually end in Sangma, Marak, Momin, Areng and Shira, etc. Festivals and cultural practices. 1. Wangala Festival. The biggest Garo festival celebrating the harvest season, features drumming, dharma, traditional dances and feasts. Held annually in October-November 2, a higher festival celebrates Garo New Year with traditional rituals. 3. Christmas and Easter, major celebrations due to Christian influence. Other cultural aspects include dance, Wangala dance, Chambil, Masara, Pomelo dance, music, folk songs, tribal chants and use of drums, dharma. Oral traditions, legends of Pa, Togan, Neng Minza Sangma, Garo Hills and indigenous place names. The Garo Hills region is the heartland of Garo culture. Many Garo place names end in gre, meaning village. Example, Tura, Dakopgre, Goiragre, Simsangre, Para, meaning place. Example, Salman Para, Marakapara. Many original names were misrecorded in government documents. Efforts are being made to preserve indigenous toponyms. Famous Garo personalities. 1. Pa Togan Nengminza Sangma, Garo warrior who fought against the British in 1872. 2. Lieutenant Captain Williamson A. Sangma, first Chief Minister of Meghalaya, key leader in the formation of Meghalaya, 1972. Other notable figures include politicians, athletes, writers, and artists who have contributed to Garo identity. The Garos, or Achikmande, are a resilient community with a rich heritage of folklore, matrilineal traditions, and indigenous knowledge. Despite external influences, they have preserved their language, customs, and identity, making them a vibrant part of India and Bangladesh's cultural landscape. The Garo people, one of the major tribes of Meghalaya in northeast India, have a rich and vibrant culture rooted in nature, community life, and traditional values. Here's a detailed description of the culture and tradition of the Garos. 1. Social structure. Matriarchal society. Garo society is matrilineal, meaning inheritance and lineage are traced through the mother. Property is passed to the youngest daughter, Nokrom. Mahari system. Families are grouped into maternal clans known as Mahari. Marriage within the same Mahari is strictly prohibited. Nokma. Village chief. The head of a village is called a Nokma, traditionally chosen from the ruling clan of the village. The Nokma plays a crucial role in governance and rituals too. Festivals and celebrations. Wangala Festival, also known as the 100 Drums Festival, it is the biggest harvest festival, celebrated to thank the deity Misi Saljong, sun god, for a bountiful harvest. Christmas, celebrated grandly across Garo hills, blending Christian and traditional festive customs. Agalmaka and Dozi Dodoka, traditional seasonal rituals and festivals to mark agricultural cycles and nature worship. 3. Traditional dress and ornaments. Men wear dakmanda, a wraparound cloth, gando and genji, a vest-like cloth, often with traditional bead necklaces and weapons. Women wear dakmanda daksari, usually made of hand-woven fabric with traditional patterns. Ornaments like nadongbi, earrings, senki, necklace, and rikitok, bracelets, are common. 4. Language and oral traditions. Language. The Garo language belongs to the Tibeto Burman family. It has various dialects, with Awe being the standard. Folk tales and songs, storytelling, katadoka, narratives, and Achik songs pass on history, values, and myths. Songs like Ruga, Dim Dim, and Doroa are part of ceremonies and rituals. 5. Music and dance. Traditional music involves indigenous instruments like dama, drum, adil, bangsi, flute, rang, gong, and chigring, bamboo string instrument. Dances performed during festivals and rituals. Most famous is the Wangala dance, where men beat drums and women dance in traditional attire. 6. Religion and beliefs. Animism to Christianity. Traditionally animist, worshipping nature and spirits. Many have now adopted Christianity but still preserve traditional practices and identity. Deities, Tatara Rabuga, Misi Saljong, and other spirits were once commonly worshipped. 7. Traditional economy and lifestyle. Jum cultivation. Shifting cultivation is practiced traditionally. Rice, millet, and other crops are grown. Hunting and fishing, once vital for survival, these are now limited but still culturally significant. Craftsmanship, skilled in weaving, bamboo and cane craft, wood carving, and traditional architecture, longhouses. 8. Marriage and family traditions. Courtship and marriage includes customs like dalmi, bride-seeking, and symbolic negotiations between families. Residence. Traditionally matrilocal, husband moves into the wife's household. 9. Death and afterlife. Traditional beliefs. The soul travels to the land of the dead, wrong call. Rituals involve offerings, chants, and special burial customs. The Garos believe that after death all souls journey to Balpakram, a sacred and mysterious land often referred to as the Land of the Spirits or Land of the Ghosts. Located in South Garo hills of Meghalaya, Balpakram holds deep spiritual significance in Garo mythology and tradition. According to belief, the soul embarks on a journey after death, crossing various obstacles and spiritual checkpoints before reaching Balpakram. It is seen as the final resting place where the spirits of the dead dwell. The area is shrouded in legends, with features like mysterious gorges, natural bridges, and foggy hills believed to be shaped by the footsteps and actions of spirits or deities. The Garos view Balpakram not only as a geographical location, but also as a sacred spiritual realm connected to their ancestral heritage and cosmology. This belief reflects the deep reverence the Garos have for nature, ancestors, and the afterlife, shaping their rituals, funeral practices, and cultural identity. Modern practices, influenced by Christianity, with burials and memorial services in churches. The culture and tradition of the Garos reflect a deep respect for nature, community, and ancestry. Even as modernity and Christianity have shaped new identities, traditional values continue to thrive in festivals, customs, and daily life. The rituals of the Wangala Festival. The Wangala Festival is a major harvest festival celebrated by the Garo tribe. It is a thanksgiving ceremony dedicated to Misi Saljong, the sun god, for a bountiful harvest. The festival consists of two main ritualistic stages. One, Churugala, the solemn ritual. This is the first stage of the Wangala festival. It is a sacred ritual performed by the Kamal priest inside the house of the village chief. The priest offers rice beer, cooked rice and vegetables to Misi Saljong while chanting prayers. This ritual invokes the blessings of the deity and marks the formal beginning of the festival. 1. Kakat, the grand celebration. The second stage is more vibrant and festive. It is a day of dancing, singing and merrymaking where men and women dress in colorful traditional attire with feathered headgears. People dance to the rhythmic beats of long oval-shaped drums, accompanied by flutes and brass instruments. The main dance of this stage is Damagogata, performed on the final day of the festival. The synchronization of 100 drums being played together is the highlight of the celebration, hence the name 100 Drums Festival. Other traditional dances of Wangala. Besides the main dances, several other traditional Garo dance forms are performed. 1. Katadoka, a storytelling performance where people talk in a singing style. 2. Ajia and Danidoka, songs that narrate the story and significance of Wangala. 3. Chambil Mesa, pomelo dance, a fun and skillful dance performed by balancing a pomelo fruit on the body. Significance of Wangala. It is a festival of thanksgiving and cultural preservation. It strengthens community bonds and helps the Garo people keep their traditions alive. It showcases the rich cultural heritage of the Garos to the world. Modern celebrations, the 100 Drums Wangala Festival. Today, Wangala is celebrated as a grand 3-day festival in various locations during the first week of November. It attracts performers from across Garo Hills and neighboring regions like Karbi Anglong, Tripura, Nagaland and even Bangladesh. The festival has grown into a major cultural event, drawing visitors and tourists. Wangala remains a symbol of the Garo people's rich heritage, blending tradition with modern festivity. Folk dances, the different forms of Adotchik Garo folk dances, with Grongdoka replacing Grongdoktata. 1. 51 Grongdokgasi, starting drums 2, Gaiwang, girls dance, Roa 3, Dumi lowering cocktails, Gonga 4, Sipai A wit Sipoi drum play, Roa 5, Memang Misu ghosts pounding rice 6, Nomil Kambi Toa, girls measuring height 7, Damajonga drum shuffling 8, Dama Baratsala tightening drum strings 9, Ongal Rua hearthrake demolition 10, Matmasiako Sogin Cha'a, vultures feed on a buffalo's carcass 11, Salam Ka'a greeting 12, Ga'e Roa kneeling 13, Nomil Nipala girls looking behind 14, Jiksekga eloping with a lady love 15, Barasua cloth washing 16, Chame Changa pursuit of lady love 17, Chamimik Kang near lady love's glances 18, Budu Ra Teta cutting a rope asunder 19, Chawari Sikga capturing a bridegroom 20, Barawagong Rama sunning cloth on bamboo poles 21, Amber Tong Kola picking up hog plums 22, Chambil Dena Pumelo cutting 23, Chukan Na wine offering 24, Mapil Roa bear play 25, Jik Sekako Rimmer bringing back eloped wife 26, Dokrusua pecking of the wild doves 27, Durea Rata cutting down corn stalks to gather corn cobs 28, Oping Rata slashing off headgear 29, Ajema Roa, Ajema walks about 30, Amber Tong Rua shaking off the hog plum fruits 31, Matmana Jeng Onna feeding fodder to a buffalo 32, Dama Jajoka, real tonation of drums 33, Ramyama, girls playing elderly women 34, Nomil Donua, concealing of girls' own comeliness 35, Nomil Jajoka, girls undergoing imperceptible radical changes 36, Nomil Bara Dema, girls hiding cloths 37, Kil Okka picking up of cotton wool out of bowls 38, Nomil Antangni Mipalko on the lady love giving away her own share of cooked rice 39, Shambilgo shooting off a shattuck fruit 40, Nomil Domisuala, girls distribute cock's tail plumes 41, Nomil Kasrang, Domi Ringer, girls smoke smoking pipes in secret 42, Nomil Pante Salit Tinga, girls and young men drawing up together in line 43. 43, Dosik Megaru Cha, parrots feed on Job's tears, Choir Lacrima Jobi 44. Chambal Misar, Dance of the Pomelo Fruit 45, Makre Abong Chara, Monkeys Feed on Maize 46, Kilpua, Sowing of Cotton Seeds 47, Chame Chakore Katimanga, Loves Going Astray Through Excessive Anxiety 48, Nomil Jajong, Nidoa Girls Looking Up to the Moon. These are the traditional Garo folk dances performed during Wangala and other cultural festivals. Religion and literature. 1. Traditional Garo religion, pre-Christian era. The Garos originally practiced animism. Their traditional belief system was deeply spiritual and connected to nature, spirits, and ancestors. Key aspects include Misi Saljong, the sun god, god of fertility and good harvest. Tatara Rabuga, supreme god. Chambal Mesar, a major Thanksgiving festival, now merged with Wangala, rituals and sacrifices. Animal sacrifices were common, especially to appease spirits or during seasonal festivals. Aesong village religious leaders or shamans conducted rituals and were believed to mediate between humans and the spirit world. 1. Introduction of Christianity. Christianity arrived in the Garo Hills in the late 19th century through Welsh and American Baptist missionaries. First conversion, around 1863, the first Garo Christians were baptized. Impact, changed religious practices dramatically, reducing animistic rituals. Encouraged literacy through Roman script, Latin alphabet used to write the Garo language. Bible translations into Garo played a major role in religious and literary development. 1. Influence of Latin and Roman literature. There is no direct influence of Latin or classical Roman literature, like works of Cicero, Virgil, Ovid, etc., in traditional or early Garo society. However, Roman script usage, the Latin alphabet was adopted for writing the Garo language once missionaries arrived. It remains the writing system today. Indirect literary influence. Christian missionaries brought biblical texts, hymns, catechisms, and moral stories, many rooted in Roman and Greek concepts of virtue through the Bible and Western education. Some Christian educational institutions introduced Western classics later on, but this was more about education than integration into Garo literature. 1. Garo literature, post-Christianity. The Garo Bible and hymnals were among the first written texts. Modern Garo literature includes religious writings, poetry, short stories, and folklore collections, primarily written in the Latin script but grounded in Garo worldview and tradition. Authors such as Reverend Ramke W. Momin and others helped expand Christian and secular Garo writings. Summary: traditional religion, animistic with a focus on nature and spirit worship. Current religion, largely Christian, mostly Baptist and Catholic. Latin-Roman influence, limited to the adoption of the Latin script for writing. No native connection to Roman literature. Garo literature developed significantly after Christianity using the Latin script but based on Garo culture and Christian teachings. The Garo community today is a blend of traditional values and modern influences. With advancements in education, healthcare, and infrastructure, the Garos have made significant strides in various fields. The younger generation is increasingly moving to urban areas for better opportunities, yet there is a strong sense of cultural pride and a desire to preserve their heritage. Visuals. Garo youth in modern urban settings engaged in education and professional activities, interspersed with scenes of traditional village life. Festivals, traditional dances and rituals continue to play a vital role in Garo society, ensuring that their rich cultural legacy is passed down to future generations. Despite the challenges of modernization, the Garos remain resilient and adaptive, embodying the spirit of their ancestors while embracing the future. Visuals. Footage of Garo festivals and dances juxtaposed with modern-day Garo families celebrating these traditions. Through education and professional achievements, the Garos are making their mark on the world, yet their hearts remain rooted in their ancestral lands. This unique blend of tradition and modernity is what defines the Garo people in contemporary times. Visuals, a montage of Garo professionals at work, students in universities and families participating in traditional rituals. As they move forward, the Garos continue to honor their past while forging new paths, ensuring that their vibrant culture thrives for generations to come. Visuals, closing shots of Garo landscapes, both rural and urban, symbolizing the journey from tradition to modernity. Garo Hills district history, topography, and general glimpses into Garo community life. Until October 22, 1976, Garo Hills was a single administrative district with its headquarters in Tura. The references to Garo Hills in this historical overview pertain to the original geographical expanse before the creation of the present-day West Garo Hills, Tura, and East Garo Hills, Williamnagar, South Garo Hills, Bagmara, North Garo Hills, Resubulpara, Southwest Garo Hills, Ampati. The total area of the Garo Hills region in Meghalaya, India, is approximately 10,102 square kilometers. This includes all 5 districts. 1. West Garo Hills, approximately 3,714 square kilometer. 2. East Garo Hills, approximately 2,603 square kilometer. 3. South Garo Hills, approximately 1,850 square kilometer. 4. North Garo Hills, approximately 1,113 square kilometer. 5. Southwest Garo Hills, approximately 822 square kilometer. Total equal sign 3,714 plus 2,603 plus 1,850 plus 1,113 plus 822 equals 10,102 square kilometer. The Garo Hills region is located between 25, 9 degree N and 26, 1 degree N latitudes and 89 degree 49 E and 91 degree 2 E longitudes, covering an area of 8,167 square kilometers as per the 1981 census. It is geographically bounded by Assam to the northwest and north, West Khasi Hills District to the east, and Bangladesh to the southwest. The population of the Garo Hills saw a significant increase over the decade. In 1971, the population was 406,615, which rose to 506,427 by 1981, marking a growth rate of 24.20%. This indicates a steady rise in population density and development in the region over that period. The traditional dress of the Garo people, one of the major tribes of Meghalaya, reflects their rich cultural heritage. Here are some of the key traditional garments. For Garo women, 1. Dakmanda, a rectangular piece of cloth worn around the waist like a wraparound skirt. It's usually woven with traditional motifs and sometimes decorated with beads and embroidery. 2. Dakshari, a longer version of the Dakmanda. It is draped over the shoulder and wrapped around the body, often worn on special occasions. 3. Jaksan or Jaksil, a blouse or upper garment worn with the Dakmanda or Dakshari. 4. Ornaments. Garo women wear traditional jewelry like senki, necklace, rikitok, earrings, nose rings, shambil mung, bangles made of brass or silver. For Garo men, 1. Gando, a traditional loincloth worn around the waist. 2. Chapan, a sleeveless coat or jacket, often made of cotton or woven fabric with tribal designs. 3. Feathered headgear often worn during festivals or dances, decorated with hornbill feathers or animal fur. 4. Weapons. Men traditionally carry a speaking sword, a gil, or other symbolic weapons during ceremonies. These dresses are especially prominent during Wangala, harvest festival, weddings, and other cultural events. Conclusion. The migration and settlement patterns of the Garos suggest that they arrived in Garo Hills in multiple waves and settled at different times. This accounts for the linguistic and cultural diversity among the various Garo subgroups. Their long journey from Tibet through Bengal and Assam to Garo Hills has left a lasting imprint on their history, traditions, and identity. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.